Hey, what up, anime fans? I am back. I'm planning to do other reviews on movie, but this might be the last review for tonight. As I just plan to watch more Gintama. I want to be more into the franchise, you know? Because I've never really gone past the first two episodes much. So I want to watch a lot more Gintama and laugh my head off. Because I did enjoy the first episodes. I also plan to rewatch One Piece. Each saga that releases in HD remaster. Also be Japanese as well. So technically watch them dubbed on BBC iPlayer. Which is an easy way to watch it for a lot of money. Once you have a TV license. So anyway, this is gonna be now. Initially, I planned to do this review as one single review, but after looking up things the other day, I decided not to. Anyways, I'm reviewing Disastrous Life of Saiki K, season 1. So this anime ran for 2 seasons, a special and a Netflix mini series. Yep. W label the last 2 episodes as season 3. It does not have enough episodes to be a season. This is just basically a 2-episode special. Just a 2-episode special that adjusts to some later content from the manga, minus the final chapter. Yeah, I'll explain more my review in the reviews. Season 1. I've been a fan of like K for the past few years now. I also originally tried to buy the manga, but can't right now. The Japanese version is, because the manga's not available in English. It's a real shame. The anime's really good. At least in English will really get new fans in. The incentive for Netflix actually go versus. So let's get into it. So Disastrous Life of Saiki is a manga series written by Shuichi Aso. I think that's their name. The name is mentioned in an episode. You'll see those in Weekly Shonen Jump since 2014, I think. Gone anime in 2016, which is more technically a unique anime in a way. It is an anime series, but each chapter is getting its own specific segment. Unless it's a long chapter, they're going to just split that up. Prior to this anime, there was actually a previous adaptation of the manga around 2013, actually. So the manga is just prior to that. It basically, I actually watched a bit of it. Actually, that's the entirety of chapter 3. With bits of chapter 2 into it. I've also been reading a fan translation of the manga. I've been going past, like, I don't know what interesting enough. Weird thing though. Episode 1 did not adapt chapter 4 for its first episode. No joke. Let me just go back on YouTube. Shit. So just in case I might accidentally land on something and it'll start playing a teaser for it. So okay, it's still one of the most popular Shonen Jump manga. Appearing in a lot of crossover games. Last year in J-Star Victories Plus. Yeah, play that sadly because it's not available on modern consoles. It's not stuck on a PS3. It's a real shame. Play a bit of Jump Force, but he's not in that sadly. If he wasn't, I'd be OP. So yeah. So originally there were two ways to watch this anime. I said originally, as you can watch season one on, you can watch the entire series on Netflix, but at the time you can also watch season one on Funimation now. I'll bring this up again in the next one, but season two and the conclusion special were not adapted, were not dubbed. Mainly because, but I'm going this, I don't know much about it, but Funimation seemingly lost the license. Hence why We Awaken has a different dub cast. And well, it's so like dub. I watched it when it came out. I've been watching it again since. Well, not a few times, but not that much as the main series. But I'm surprised a lot of some of the dub casts actually have been in JoJo. That is not a joke. Some of them actually are well-known voice actors in the anime industry. But I'm gonna put a pin in that until I do my review on We Awakened. Because it's such a surprising cast. So I don't know much about the Japanese actors, but so the series focuses on our protagonist, Saiki Kusuro. That's how you say in Japanese, or Kusuro Saiki in English. But I think you're supposed to say in Japanese. As you get the pun name, Saiki K. Psychic. Yeah, because Saiki has psychic powers. Since he was just a child, since he was born. Also has pink hair. In the manga, though, it's drawn black. It is still pink in the manga, just drawn black for some reason. The manga is good though. You don't want to read it. I recommend it. There's a lot of his psychic powers are really strong, but he does not want to stand out, so he hides it. So he keeps his powers a secret. There are only a few people who knows his secret throughout the series. Currently, the only people who know his secret are his parents. Kunio and Kurumi Saiki. I think that's their names. So Saiki K is a gag manga. There's been a lot of comedy coming from it. Saiki does not want to stand out, so he's a loner. But somehow attracts the weirdest of people. Somehow the weirdest of people are attracted to him. And won't leave him alone. Hence why it's called the Disastrous life of Saiki K. The other students are Riki Nendo, Shinkaido. And Shinkaido, there is friend, supposedly. They think of him as their friend, but he does not the same way. Most of the time. He does admit he does care about them. And Saiki is a good person. We do see that quite a bit in the series. Nendo is big and muscular, looks like a bully, but he's a nice guy, but also he's a complete utter moron. So stupid in the fact that Saiki can't even read his mind. Yeah, he's that stupid. By the way, the manga actually has some one-shot pilots in a way. Some one-shot pilots. Different. I mean, it's different. Over the main series, like how you guys are slightly different. Even some of them have you have different characters from the main series. So anyway, so after dealing with one of his parents' squabbles for a bit, then they go back to falling in love. And look, it's a fine introduction. Interesting enough, you know, that's where Saiki ends up buying him someone he likes, coffee flavored jelly. Yeah, I know, it sounds weird. Also, we learn later that those little antennas in Saiki's head up ahead of us, as in limiting his powers, which were else. Well, we know Saiki says he's the one who made them, but someone else also made them, who we learn a bit later. So as I said, Saiki, Kaido, and Nendo go to PK Academy. I guess it's the author's personal company or something referenced. I don't know. I forgot to mention Kaido. Kaido has Chunibism or eighth grade syndrome. Basically, it's a type of disease. It's not a disease. It's just something some kids go through during puberty. They makes me think they're special, or certainly like special heroes that you see in novels and stuff. He's delusional. He thinks there's a secret organization called Dark Reunion after them, and he goes by the Jet Black Wings. But I really gag is that Kaido is so weak. That's funny. Like, a punch doesn't really have that much effect on people when he does it. And his punches they have weird bopping sound. It's one of the most best running jokes for the character. Because they both don't know Saiki has powers. Also, little note, the Japanese voice in Nendo is actually Daisuke Ono. You may recognize him as a certain high school student from the 80s. Jotaro freaking Kujo from JoJo. Star Platinum! It's the world! It was so weird watching it in Japanese, as I watched it dub when I was a dub only viewer at the time. But since 2021, I started watching anime in Japanese with subtitles, and that's where I am today. Lots of anime I couldn't pass because I'm limited by dubs. So, yeah. I also plan to hopefully cover Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters tomorrow. Oh, I keep doing out my eye. It just weirds out sometimes. Tomorrow time bonus, we get the new Pistol North Star anime. Which is what I learned for my review on Elusive Samurai, which you'll be able to watch in July because it's a premiere review. So, yeah. But in that video, I mentioned Dr. the author being assistant jobs about for the volume. He was actually Yusi Matsumi was actually assistant to the author of Bobo, another gag manga from the 2000s. It was definitely popular, but it wasn't as popular as Gintama, which was being running since 2002. It lasted over 700 chapters and 70 so volumes. Oh, did I get that mixed up? I think it has more. I think it has 78 volumes. Yeah, 78. I think that. Sorry about that. Someone then knocks. I didn't have time to pause properly. So, Alright, what was I? Anyway. Saiki, Kaido, and Nendo are the only two that sorry, I'm tight. They're not the only two that Saiki has to deal with. There's also Kokome Tarahashi, one of the most beautiful, perfect, beautiful girl in the whole of the world. And calling Saiki, what she says about herself is true. Unlike typical popular beautiful girls, she's not mean. Well, not on the outside. So, an animation cast was really well suited for these characters. Saiki's played by Jerry Jewell. Mainora's Kyo Soma in Fruits Basket. He also actually saw One Piece's first opening in doing the original TV broadcast and a Funimation dub. A censor version of it. You and me. If you're making me check out Rant Lab's anime video about that. It's a pretty fascinating series too. I recommend you check it out. Anyway. There's also another girl, Chiyo Yumihara, who had a crush on Saiki for a bit, up until around the time of the Okinawa trip. What you call the Okinawa arc. Not really a story arc, I just call it that for simplicity. Simplicity. Damn it. I know the word, but it's hard for me to say for some reason. So yeah. Also Yumi. So yeah. Later, joining the cast is Mera. A poor girl who's a bit of a glutton. So yeah. That's all the main cast for now. There's also Kineshi Hiro, actually. Someone who definitely belongs in a sports manga. His enthusiasm. How enthusiastic he is. He's really popular. He was in all Shonen Jump stuff quite a lot. In a later episode, Saiki's dad actually works at a manga publishing company called Shueisha. Obviously, it doesn't sound close to Shueisha, the company that published the Saiki manga. So, thing. And weirdly enough, both the sub and dub had two separate references to popular media. Here's one opposite. So, in the Japanese version, when I watched it, Gus's dad was like, well, he mentions the Magic Pink Door. If you're not familiar with anime, then you won't know it, but if you are, you definitely know what it is. That's a reference to the Anywhere Door from Doraemon, one of the most popular characters in all of anime. Japan's most popular kid-friendly character. The theme song since 2005 was sung by Mao, a talented voice actress, and singer who's starring in the Convincing All-Star remake as Rin. Or is it Lin? I can't remember. But she's also known for her roles in Super Sentai as Mad Pink in Uchu Sentai Q Ranger. I think that's her name. She's on the sub. And Goka Yellow in Kaizo Sentai Gokaija. Yeah, not the first time Sentai actors have done double roles in series. I'm just briefly bringing it up. Alright. Now, what did he mention in the dub? Well, he calls Saiki Dr. Ku and mentions a blue box that can go anywhere. If it's not obvious, Doctor Who. I was surprised that Funimation even referenced that. Like all the series, I'm surprised they did not keep the Doraemon joke. Said they localized the joke to be more familiar to Westerners. Well, not many Americans will know much about Doctor Who, as it doesn't have mainstream popularity in America. It has some fans in America, don't get me wrong, but it's not mainstream there like it is here. The attempt at that. Like, Series 2 airing on Disney XD. No joke, that did happen in America. You can find the ads on you. You can find those ads on YouTube. Anyway, Saiki. Anyway, it's just a weird little joke. They could have just gone with another reference to another popular anime that Westerners may be familiar. That Americans may be familiar with. You know what I mean? But they went with a reference to a popular British sci-fi series. Anyway. Alright, you? This is his carrots under my blanket. I don't know why she has gone under there so much. Anyway, Saiki. So, Saiki. So, a lot of shenanigans happen along the way. There's also the recurring jackass character in Takahashi. But he's more of a background type character most of the time. Just there with some jokes. And then again, a slightly larger role in the first episode. So. A few episodes later, a new transfer student comes in named Reita Toritsuka, who already knows Saiki's being a psychic. That's because he's actually a spirit medium, able to see ghosts. Certainly not like. Why they didn't do a Shaman King reference? Like, I'm surprised there was not a Shaman King reference in the series. Like, sure, it wasn't in Jump anymore, but they could still reference it. It's still known as Shonen Jump. They can still reference Saint Seiya. At least I think they can. I just saying a missed opportunity there, but still. Now, Toritsuka, since it's a gag manga, Toritsuka is a pervert. As in, he has girls. And has pervy things. Even has porno mags. So, yeah, good situation. Oh, sorry, mouse. So he becomes, basically, the first non-family member to know about Saiki's powers. He won't be lost. He'll be another character later. But that won't be until season 2. So for now. So, Saiki. There's an episodes for more characters. There's a lot of fun episodes out there. One episode, we know Saiki has the power to transform himself. So he can transform into anything. He transforms into a girl twice throughout the season. First time he uses regular voice, his regular voice actor. Animation did the same for some reason. Yeah, later on, when female Saiki appears, she has a female voice actor. That's weird. I get for one simple scene. I guess they didn't want to hire a voice actor for only a small scene in the debut. And female Saiki had a lot more screen time in that later episode. I would say the voice was good casting. So, yeah. Also, by the way, Saiki can see a ghost. Well, he can't usually. Oh, but it's the ghost of Riki Nendo's dad, who died before Nendo was even born. 17 years prior. Which was, again, before Nendo was born. And according to the lore of Saiki K, according to the lore of the series, when people die and become ghosts, they have no memories of their past life. So, at least Toritsuka's guardian spirit. So there's some fun gags later. One episode where we meet, when again meet Nendo's mom. Because Saiki only met her in a different episode. And she looks exactly like Nendo. Same voice actor. It's funny. Even Saiki called out the author. Saying they were lazy for just reusing Nendo's design for his mother. Also, Saiki meets a magician named Yoko Jono. Well, illusionist, really. And well, after discovering Saiki's powers, thinks it's just magic, and becomes his unwilling apprentice, to say the least. Yeah, Mr. Michael, or Mike, or Ike as Saiki calls him. I don't even know what Ike means. Must mean something. So, and turns out, he was once married before becoming an illusionist. But after he was married John Tebley and his wife left him with a son. And turns out that wife happened to be Nendo's mother. Yeah. Weird one, am I right? And they have a high career later by doing gags. But end up turning out bad because they end up seeing like his powers again when he was taking care of Jackass was bothering him. And I could go on over every episode. Right, so I recommend you just watch the anime yourself, but the Netflix version isn't that great when it comes to watching it. No proper subtitle translation. It only subtitle translates whenever the fuck it wants. And it's not even, so it's basically not the TV broadcast version either has. None of the eye catchers are there. Yeah, no eye catchers for some reason. It's weird. So if you want to watch the full proper version, you can buy it on Blu-ray in the US. But sadly for us in the UK, we can't. Which is really disappointing because I want to probably experience the series and actually understand some of the stuff that was set on showed on screen in Japanese. That wasn't fucking translated. Saiki K's not the only one doing it. Netflix has a habit when it comes to non-original shows. Well, that's nothing but a Netflix original series. It's a bad habit there sometimes. But yeah. Also, everyone as well have multicolour. Saiki gives an explanation on his multicolour hair and stuff. The weird logic of his world. Mind control. He didn't want his kid not to stand out, and it ended up affecting the world. It's like he deals with a cat named Amp, who's given the name Amp. So basically, in this series, cats are stuck up and selfish. Yes, I don't think they are they males? Eh? Of course, I guess the author's not a fan of cats. So yeah, like you deal with him for a bit. You see me go a bit after that one episode with a plastic robot. So Saiki. So you see an episode where Saiki visits his grandparents, but that's a poor pain in that one now. So basically, one of the biggest events happens during Okinawa during a class trip. Terran actually remove one of Saiki's control devices. And an old incident that happened there that no one was aware of. Thank God. It's a whole event. And it ends with Yumihama actually falling in love with Kaido. Okay. Also, Terahashi has a brother named Makoto Terahashi, but he has a stage name, which I forgot what it was. And he's a siscon. A perfect siscon. He's so obsessed with his sister. It's kind of disgusting. So after the Okinawa episode, which you get a new transfer story of Amin Kuboyasu, whose former delinquent is trying to reform himself. And he managed to keep his past hidden somehow, maybe because everyone's an idiot. But Kaido eventually finds out and accepts him who he is after being scared for most of the episode. So, anyway, the episode shows Saiki visiting his parents when his grandfather was a tsundere. Basically, someone who hides their true feelings. Like, say, do what you want. I don't care. Actually, feeling, yay! I'm happy they're here. I want to go with you too. Something like that. So yeah, Saiki Eventually, they didn't know Saiki's powers. They eventually find out. So, we also learned the following episode: Saiki has a brother named Kusuke, and he's very jealous. Kusuke's a genius. Is that a two more one good about this such unique children? I don't know. This is a gay manga after all. We also introduced to other characters. Like, what can I think of any? Oh, Terashi has a fan club. The series actually got a live action movie, which had contest from the festival. Actually, did some content from the festival chapters with some previous chapters I staying in flashbacks. So see how that goes. I have mixed views about that. But I do want to check out, but I want to finish the manga as well. So sorry. Saiki. So yeah. Kosuke is a smart guy though. He created a telepathy counselor too. Pretty cool. But he's still jealous of Saiki, he was a psychic. So yeah. There's also a whole summer thing that Saiki has to deal with. And he grants to Ritsuka. Hoping. Saiki. Yeah. There's a lot of fun episodes with the series. Also, I've got to mention with Terahashi. She, God is on her side a lot. Poor Saiki can't get away from her the only times he tries. So after that, Saiki. So anyway, just sorry, it's not really detailed. It's not like my usual reviews because this is more of an episodic gag comedy. So I'm trying to go through some specific events that happen. Also trying to think of some good, but not. I don't want to spoil any of most of the episodes. I just telling you about some major events that happened throughout the season. So I recommend you check it out. They'll be interested. It's a fun watch. You can watch it subbed or dubbed, but little note: season one is the only one that's dubbed. So if you're a double reviewer, top luck you won't be able to see season 2 and 3. Shame, really. We can watch Reawaken, but you'll definitely be confused on some new characters that appeared in season 2. So, I know I was, because I wasn't watching season 2 and 3 at the time. So, yeah, I was stupid. Oh. It's just weird how Netflix hasn't gone that new cast to dub over season 2 and 3. Give W as a watch. Or at least bring back the fucking Funimation cast. Since Funimation's gone. Just bring them back. They suited the characters better. Whoever. See, one of the revenge problem. Also, once Saiki's powers ended growing a little stronger in the next season. Also, funny from there, the series did have a sort of crossover promotion with Gintama. It wasn't an episode, to say the least. Also, because they both air on TV Tokyo. You know, as I was saying. Anyway, I do want to check out the live action adaptation when I can. But like I said, when I finish the manga first, it may take me a while though. Yada yada. I've got this whole thing that happens with a Kamen Rider parody. I just see an advertisement. Poking fun of these happens. Poking fun of how shows like Kamen Rider Super Sentai only exist to sell toys. You know, they're just half hour long commercials. Also, poke fun. His cartoons also did that too, actually. So be fair, it's nothing new. There's a lot of good episodes in this season. Really enjoyed it. So again, it's on Netflix if you want to check it out, but I recommend you watch it the entire series if you're a sub only viewer. If you're a dub only viewer, then I'm sorry you won't be able to watch more. So what I recommend you do is find a fan translation in the manga and read that to the point that read the entire series while watching Reawakened. That's the best advice I can give you if you want to. There's no other way to do it unless you want to watch fan dubs or recap videos. Alright, much detailed video, but ended up being long anyway. But it's a good series. I can't wait to check out season 2 when I can. So, thank you guys for watching. If you want my content, please thumbs up button. Want to see more, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, the overviews going picture. And I'll see you guys next time for more videos. I do not know when I'll be. Hopefully tomorrow. And I'll do the catch-up reviews. Joe Phoenix out.